Mount Fuji, Japan's sacred volcano where gods, fire, and immortality meet. If you love Japan, you have almost certainly seen Mount Fuji. A perfect cone rising into the sky. Snow resting quietly on its peak. Its reflection floating on the surface of a still lake. It looks peaceful, eternal, untouchable. But here is the question. Why has this mountain been worshipped for over 1,300 years? Why did people believe gods lived there? Why did ancient stories connect it to immortality? Mount Fuji is not just Japan's highest mountain. It is a sacred volcano. A symbol of death and rebirth. A bridge between heaven and earth. Today, we will explore its geology, its mythology, its history, and its meaning, separating fact from legend along the way. 1. A beautiful but dangerous volcano. Mount Fuji stands at 3,776 meters, or 12,389 feet. It is the tallest mountain in Japan. But geologically speaking, Fuji is relatively young. The mountain you see today was formed mainly over the last 10,000 years. Beneath it lie older volcanic layers. In fact, Mount Fuji is the result of multiple volcanoes, stacked on top of one another over time. It is not just one mountain. It is the product of repeated eruptions. Its last major eruption occurred in 1707, during Japan's Edo period. This eruption is known as the Horai eruption. Ash fell more than 100 kilometers away, even reaching what is now Tokyo. And here is an important fact. Mount Fuji is still classified as an active volcano. It is quiet, but it is not extinct. This duality, breathtaking beauty and hidden danger, is essential to understanding why ancient people believed this mountain was sacred. When nature displays overwhelming power, human beings search for meaning. In Japan, that meaning became myth. 2. Horai, the mountain of immortality. Long before modern science, there was a legend shared across East Asia. It spoke of a mythical mountain called Mount Horai, known in Chinese as Penglai. Mount Horai was said to be the home of immortals, a paradise beyond the ordinary world, a place where death did not exist. This idea traveled from China to Japan. And when people in ancient Japan looked at Mount Fuji rising above the clouds, isolated, symmetrical, almost otherworldly, they saw something familiar. They saw a real-world Horai. Fuji became associated with immortality, eternity, and the boundary between this world and the next. There is no historical record saying Fuji was officially renamed Horai, but symbolically, in poetry and religious imagination, the connection was powerful. Fuji was no longer just a volcano. It was a gateway to the eternal. 3. The tale of the bamboo cutter, fire and immortality. Around the 10th century, Japan produced one of its oldest surviving stories. The tale of the bamboo cutter. It tells the story of Princess Kaguya, a mysterious girl from the moon. Before returning to her celestial home, she leaves the emperor an elixir of immortality. But the emperor refuses to drink it. Without the woman he loves, eternal life means nothing. So he orders the elixir to be burned at the top of the highest mountain in Japan. The mountain closest to heaven. That mountain is said to be Mount Fuji. Some believe the name Fuji may be linked to the word for immortality. Though linguists debate this, the exact origin of the name remains uncertain. What matters is this: over 1,000 years ago, Fuji was already imagined as the closest place to the heavens. The smoke rising from its peak was seen not just as volcanic activity, but as a symbol of longing, loss, and eternal life. It was not geology, it was poetry. 4. The goddess of fire, Konohanasakuya-hime. Mount Fuji is also deeply connected to a Shinto goddess, Konohanasakuya-hime. Her story appears in two of Japan's oldest historical texts, Kojiki and Nihon Shoki. Her name means princess who makes the trees blossom. She represents beauty, life, and the delicate nature of existence. Like cherry blossoms, according to the myth, she married a heavenly descendant. But when she became pregnant, her husband doubted that the child was his. To prove her purity, she built a hut and set it on fire. She declared, "If the child is truly of divine descent, I will give birth safely even within the flames." The hut burned. She survived, and her children were born safely. Think about that image. A woman surrounded by fire, giving birth. Destruction and creation happening at the same time. This mirrors a volcano perfectly. Mount Fuji destroys through eruption. But volcanic soil is also fertile. It creates new life. Because of this connection, Konohanasakuya-hime became enshrined as the deity of Mount Fuji. Today, she is worshipped at Fuji-san Hongu Sengen Taisha, the head shrine of more than 1,300 Sengen shrines across Japan. This is not just ancient mythology. It is a living faith. 5. Climbing as a spiritual trial. Today, climbing Mount Fuji is often treated as a travel experience. But historically, climbing Fuji was a spiritual act. From the medieval period onward, ascetic practitioners, known as mountain monks, climbed Fuji as part of their religious training. For them, the mountain was not scenery. It was a sacred boundary. To climb it meant symbolically dying to one's old self and being reborn spiritually at the summit. There were no modern boots, no weather forecasts, no mountain huts as we know them today. Climbing was dangerous, sometimes fatal, but danger made it sacred. To reach the summit was to approach the world of the gods. 6. A cultural icon recognized by the world. In 2013, Mount Fuji was designated a World Cultural Heritage Site by UNESCO. Notice cultural heritage, not natural heritage. Why? Because Fuji's importance lies not only in its geology, but in its influence on belief, art, and identity. For centuries, it has appeared in paintings, poetry, and literature. It shaped how Japan sees nature not as something to conquer, but something to revere. Final reflection: the mountain you stand on. If you visit Mount Fuji one day, remember this. You are not just standing on a hiking trail. You are standing on a volcano built by thousands of years of fire. A symbol of immortality from ancient legend. The sacred home of a goddess. A place where monks risked their lives seeking enlightenment. Mount Fuji is not a theme park. It is a reminder that beauty and danger coexist. That destruction and creation are intertwined. That human beings have always searched for meaning in nature. And now, the future of this sacred mountain depends on us. Treat it with respect. Climb it with preparation. Leave it cleaner than you found it. Because Mount Fuji is not just Japan's highest peak. It is Japan's spiritual summit. Thank you for watching.